ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ज्ञानमयमुख्यैर्यो रूपैर्युक्तः पुराधुना सलयेनैकतां प्राप्तो बहुतण्डुलपिष्टवत्। So this jiva with the Andamaya Kosha as the exclusive upadhi experiences the Brahmanda in the deep sleep state. To this effect, the Shruti Pramana is being given. So the Shruti Pramana, they are found in Mandukya Upanishad, Tapaniya Upanishad, etc. We find here as a sample, a mantra from Mandukya Upanishad is being quoted, its meaning is given. And one by one, the words that are used in that particular mantra are being explained. Now, what is that Eki Bhutaha? So, Eki Bhutaha, the meaning is like this. Anvaya we have already seen in the morning. Yaha Pura Vijnanamaya Mukhyaihi Rupaihi Yuktaha, you can add there Abhut. Yuktaha Abhut Saha Adhuna Layena Bahutandula Pishtavat Ekatam Praptaha. Praptaha Bhavati. Correct it. Prapto. Prapto is wrong, it is correct. Correct it. Praptaha. Prapto Bhavati. Prapto is there. So it should be corrected as Praptaha Bhavati. There is no other. Saha is there where Prapto comes in. Or you can take Saha Layena Ekatam Praptau Bahutandula Pishtavat Bhavati. Okay, but this is better. Praptaha is better. Okay, what? Okay, like him. See, Ramakrishna Tika takes it Praptaha only. That's fine. Prapto Bhavati. Praptaha Gataha Bhavati. So the Praptaha only. Now Yaha. Who is this Yaha? Yaha is Atma. This Atma. Earlier, what was this Pura? Pura means before. What is the before? Before the deep sleep state means in the Jagaranavasthayam, in the waking state. This Atma during the waking state. Pura means earlier. Earlier before. Earlier when? Jagaranavasthayam, during the waking state. What does it do? Vijnanamaya Mukhyaihi Rupaihi Yuktaha Abhut. He was Yuktaha Abhut. He was endowed with Rupas, different forms. What type of forms they are? From where did they arise up? They are from Vijnanamaya Mukhyaihi. Mainly from the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanamaya Mukhyaihi means Vijnanamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Jnanendriyas, all these are taken into account. With the help of the Upadhis, the one, the Jiva Atma, who with the help of this Vijnanamaya Kosha Mukhya, because for waking state, what is the prominent factor? Buddhi. Vijnana Sarathihi, Kathopanishad. So the Buddhi is very prominent. So man is a man so long as the Buddhi is there. So mainly with the Vijnanamaya Kosha, the Buddhi, along with other Manomaya and the sense organs and all the entire Upadhi, Rupaihi, with different types of Rupas, the forms, means Akara. Yuktaha Abhut. He became endowed with. So he was coupled with all these different types of these Rupas. What are those Rupas? Different types of Rupas. Means this Atma with the Vijnanamaya Kosha Upadhi, so he takes the form of whatever that he comes across. Means what is the form of Atma? What is the form of Atma? tall, huh? Short, fair, dark. What is the form of Atma? Formless. But he appears to take the form of Upadhi, like the crystal. Crystal is colorless, but in whatever, whenever it comes in contact with anything near, that means colored, it takes as if, that means the color of the, whatever that is, what is called as Upadhi. Upadhi, whatever that is in the proximity. Really, even at that time, it is totally free from color. So, like this Atma, so though formless, appears as though endowed with the different types of forms on account of the Upadhis. What are those forms? Tikakara has given a Brihadaranyaka quotation. That is actually the author has got that particular mantra in the mind. So that is, you can take in Tika, it is there. Sahava ayam atma, which explains us what are the different forms it takes. Means whatever the Atma comes across, it appears as though it takes the form of that unto itself. So what are those forms? That Brihadaranyaka quotation is like this. Sahavai ayam atma brahma vijnanamayah manomayah pranamayah chakshurmayah shrotramayah prithvimayah apomayah vayumayah akashamayah tejomayah atejomayah kamamayah akamamayah krodhamayah akrodhamayah. This is only sample. There is no end to this list. If Shruti means business, it will go to Ananta. So, this Atma, Sahavai ayam Atma Brahma. This Atma is verily Brahma, the nature of Brahma. Okay. He is Vijnanamaya. Vijnanamaya here is, he is the one who is endowed with Vijnanamaya Kosha. You should understand properly. Can Atma or Brahma be the one who is endowed with Vijnanamaya Kosha? No. Why not? It is a very adhisthana of Vijnanamaya Kosha. Vijnanamaya Kosha exists on account of Atma the Brahma. Vijnanamaya Kosha cannot be the Gunadharma, the characteristic of Atma the Brahma. And yet, Vijnanamaya endowed with Vijnanamaya, because due to Tadatmyadhyasa, due to the mutual superimposition, it appears as though Atma has got the characteristics of Vijnanamaya Kosha, though Atma is totally free from Vijnanamaya Kosha. So therefore, Vijnanamaya, like you must have heard in the Brihadaranyaka, there is a statement, Dhyayati iva, Leelayati iva. As though Atma is agitated. Therefore what you should do? As though you have to take to Dhyana, the meditation. Both are for whom? Antakarana. The Vikshepa is for Antakarana, Dhyana also is Antakarana, Atma is free from both. But because of Tadatmya Dhyasa, due to mutual superimposition, it appears as though the Atma is endowed with these qualities. So therefore, that should be Vijnanamaya, refers to Vijnanamaya Kosha, but should be understood properly, appears as though it is endowed with the Vijnanamaya Kosha, but really free from Vijnanamaya Kosha, free from entire Upadhi. So also, Manomaya, the one who is endowed with Manomaya Kosha in this way, okay, not actually, but appears to be because of superimposition. Pranamaya, Atma Brahma appears to be endowed with the Pranamaya Kosha. Chakshurmaya, as if he has got eyes. When Rupa Darshana Kale, when the individual sees, it appears as though Atma has got eyes. Shrotramayaha, Shravana Kale, when one hears, it appears as though Atma has got ears. Gita, Sarvendriya Gunabhasam, Sarvendriya Vivarjitam. As though appears to have all the senses, but actually he is totally free from all the senses, because totally free from Upadhi. So, Shrotramayaha, Prithvimayaha, endowed as though with Prithvi, the earth. What do you mean by this? Do you know who are Prithvimayaha? In which Upadhi are Prithvimaya? Atma is Prithvimaya, In which Upadhi, do you know? Huh? No, not that. Annamaya nahi. All we are Prithvimayaha. Our embodiment is Prithvimaya because as Upadhi it is made up of how many elements? 5 elements. But these earthly means the embodiments of the living beings on the earth are predominantly earth, have got the earth content in their constituting factors. Our embodiments have got mainly the earth content. Means the bones, etc., they go in that is earth content it is. So the minerals, etc., that means earth. So therefore, our embodiments are Prithvimayaha. So these are Prithvimayaha. So therefore, means Atma appears as though he is mainly mainly contains the Prithvi in itself. Okay. Apomayaha. Apomayaha mainly predominantly water content. These are the Netherlands, Patala, etc. There it's they say, you see, these are like this. The physical embodiment has got, of course, 5 elements, but the predominant element differs. In the heaven, they say the predominant element is fire. That's why they have got luster, it seems. The heavenly denizens have got luster because the fire content is predominant. Our embodiments have got the earth content predominant. So like this it goes on. So in those particular lokas where the water content is predominant, Atma appears as though he is, that means endowed with water, Apomayaha. Vayumayaha, like this, endless upadhis must be there in different lokas. So Vayumayaha, in that particular embodiment, the air must be the predominant content. Akashamayaha, that means predominantly space is there. Tejomayaha, fire. Tejomayaha. Atejomayaha, must be least fire content, maybe some embodiment. Cold for touch possibly. Maybe. Atejomayaha. Kamamayaha. Whenever the person entertains desires, it appears as though Atma has got desires, kama. Akamamayaha. When he is a vairagi, then what happens? Appears as though Atma is totally dispassionate. Akamamayaha. Krodhamayaha. Atma appears to be angry. When this guy is angry, because Upadhi is there. So at the same time, Akrodhamayaha, free from Krodha, all belonging to the Upadhis, but the characteristics being superimposed on Atma. Atma appears to have these different forms, Rupaihi. These are the Rupas. So the samples of Rupas. So therefore, Vijnanamaya Mukhyaihi Rupaihi. What are these Rupas? These are the Rupas pertaining to the corresponding Upadhis. Yuktaha Abhu. So he became endowed with. How endowed with? Because of Tadatmya Adhyasa. But actually he is totally free from these. This is when Pura, earlier means before sleeping, means Jagarana Avasthaya. Okay. Aduna Kim. What about now? What is that now? Sushupta Avasthaya. Now he says, such a person, Saha, Yuktaha Abhut, Saha, the same individual Atma who was like this, Yaha, Saha, Yaha Atma, Rupaihi Yuktaha Abhut, Saha Atma, the same Atma, Adhuna. Adhuna means now. Now means when is it? During the deep sleep state, Sushupta Avastha. Now during the deep sleep state, Saha, Layena, because of Laya, because of merger or resolving of Vijnanamaya Kosha, etc. Vijnanamaya Mukhyai was told, Vijnanamaya, Manomaya, Jnanendriyas, all these Upadhis are now resolved because of Layena, because of resolving of these Upadhis, Layena. Ekatam Praptaha Bhavati. He becomes oneness. He becomes one. He gets the status of being the one. Ekatam Praptaha. He gets the status of being one in the sense totally free from all these rupas. Totally free from all these forms which were enumerated earlier. How? An illustration is given. Bahutandula Pishtavat. Bahutandula Pishtavat Ekatam Praptaha Bhavati. Like the Pishta. Klishta is flower. Flower is Flour. Okay, that is English. So, Bahutandula Pishtavat, like the flour of Bahutandula, of many grains, let us say rice, wheat, barley, so many grains are mixed and they are ground. Can you separate the flour of one from other? No. It becomes homogeneous. One thing means there is no distinct form is not there. Oh, this is rice, this is wheat, this is barley. Like this you can't distinguish one from the other. Ekarupata is become one, it has become. So Bahutandu Tandula Pishtavat, like the flour of many grains when ground. So Ekatam Praptaha Bhavati. So he becomes one. This is what is called as Eki Bhutaha. In the deep sleep state, so he is Eki Bhuta. He has become one homogeneous entity, as it were. Why we say homogeneous entity? Atma is only one, only Advaya. But he appeared to be many in the waking state due to the upadhis. Now it is not so. He appears to be one, Eki Bhutaha. Again, in that Mandukya Shruti, there is also the word Prajnana Ghana Shabda, the word is there. It is also used in the 68th stanza. Eki Bhutaha Sushuptastaha Prajnana Ghanatam Gataha. What is meant by the word Prajnana Ghana? This is what is the meaning of Prajnana Ghana. Prajnanani pura buddhi vrutta yotha ghano bhavat. Ghanatvam hima binduna mudag deshe yatha tatha. Yatha udag deshe hima bindunam ghanatvam. Yatha udag deshe hima bindunam ghanatvam tatha pura prajnanani buddhi vrittayaha ad abhavan. Pura prajnanani buddhi vrittayaha ad abhavan. Atha ghanaha abhavat. Atha ghanaha abhavat. See, earlier prajnanani. Prajnanani means the particular knowledge of ghatapata, etc. So what a vishaya? Jnana, which were distinct and different from other. Now that were during the deep waking state. Now what has happened is they have become one. There is no distinction such as for which an illustration is given. First let us see the illustration. Yatha, just as Udagdeshe. Udagdeshaha can mean North Pole or any northern region. Any northern region can be Udagdesha, which we can take as far as we are concerned, we can take as Himalayas. We can take it as the Himalayas or North Pole. So, just as Udagdeshe in the North Pole or in the Himalayas. So, Yatha in this Himalayas or North Pole, Himabindunam Ghanatvam. Himabindus, the drops of Hima, the snow, the snowflakes. So, they are what? Ghanatvam, they are solid, dense. Like that, how they are solid. So, tatha, likewise, these prajnanani ghanaha abhavati. These prajnanani, what are the prajnanani? Tika says, see, prajnana shabdavachaha ghatadi gocharaha ya buddhi vrittayaha. So, the prajnanani means prajnana shabdavachaha, which are called or that is named by the word prajnana. What are those? Ghatadi gocharaha ya buddhi vrittayaha. Those buddhi vrittis which objectify the ghata adi, the object, which objectifies the vishayas like pot, etc. So these buddhi vrittis are called here as prajnanani. These prajnanani, pura. Pura means jagradadau, in the state of waking, etc. Which is, what is that adau? Huh? Sure. Or any other state is there? Sleep. Because waking, dream and sleep go together, is it not? Why not sleep also? Because sleep we are referring now. We are discussing about the sleep. Waking, Adi stands for dream. So during the waking and the dream, that is pura. See, pura need not necessarily be waking only. In earlier stanza also, it can also mean the dream also. So, and we are referring to sleep, of course. So, pura means during the waking or the dream state, pura. Prajnanani, whatever these different prajnanani buddhivrittayaha abhavan, whatever these buddhivrittis, antakarana vrittis, that which were objectifying the all vishayas were there. What happens to them? Atha, thereafter, means sushupti kale, in the dream, in the deep sleep state. Atha means sushupti kale, in the deep sleep state. Ghanaha abhavat, they become ghana, dense, solid, they become one as it were, homo. As during don't have chidrupa, that ghanaha bhavat means they become one, solidified as it were, means chidrupena ekarupaha abhu. They became homogeneous as it were in the form of Chaitanya, means they have no existence apart from Chaitanya. Now, this is what is called as Prajnana Ghana. In this context, by the by, author wants to tell us something. About this Prajnana Ghana, what are the words used by Vedanti, Laukika, ordinary people, and Tarkika? It just, because the context has come and therefore he just passingly gives these words and proceeds. Because that context has come. What you have seen as Prajnana Ghana means where there is no distinct knowledge of a particular Vishaya. So which was there in the waking and the dream. That Prajnana Ghana means what according to Vedanta, according to others, what they call it. That is what just by the by he mentions and proceeds further. That is what Tika says, Idanim Prajnana Ghana Shabdartha Nirupana Prasangad Agatam Kinchid Aha. Now the author tells you something. Kinchidaha, something he tells. What is that? Prajnana Ghana Shabdartha Nirupana Prasanga. In the context of description of the word Prajnana Ghana. So something connected in this context, the author tells us. What is that? Means, what exactly is the word used by Vaidika? Those who speak of Vedanta, those who are Laukikas, ordinary people, and Tarkikas, how they call this particular Prajnana Ghanatva. That those words, he just tells us, just to make us aware of what it is all about. Tad Ghanatvam Sakshi Bhavam Dukkha Bhavam Prachakshate. Laukika Tarkika Yavad Dukkha Vritti Vilopanat. Tad Ghanatvam Sakshi Bhavam, add iti Vedantinaha, also add there. Iti Vedantinaha, you add there. Iti Vedantinaha Prachakshate. Iti Vedantinaha Prachakshate. Laukikaha Tarkikaha. No, you add Prachakshate, then add Tadeva. After Prachakshate, add Tadeva. Laukikaha Tarkikaha Dukkha Bhavam प्रचक्षते. Kutaha to be added. Kutaha ityaha. Yavad answer is Yavad dukkha vritti vilopanat. Yavad dukkha vritti vilopanat. Or you can combine that kutaha Yavad dukkha vritti vilopanat like this. Tadeva Yavad dukkha vritti vilopanat. Laukikaha tarkikaha dukkha bhavam iti prachakshate. Iti can be added. See, like this. Tad ghanatvam sakshi bhavam iti vedantinaha prachakshate. Add tadeva yavad dukkha vritti vilopanat laukikaha tarkikaha dukkha bhavam add iti prachakshate. Or you can separately, the reason is given that yavad etc. is the reason why it is so. This is the reason that is there. Okay. Tad ghanatvam. That ghanatva means that homogeneousness or that solidification as it were. What is that which was seen by us? Ananda bhojane. I think I need not give you meaning. What should I give meaning? What is Ananda bhojane? Bhojana you know. Ananda you know. Therefore I have to give you meaning. Don't think some bhojana in the dining hall. Okay. So Ananda bhojane means at the time of experiencing the Saushupta Sukha, which is Brahmananda. Ananda bhojane. Not ashram bhojane. Some Ananda bhojane. So not like that. So Ananda bhojane means Sushupta in the deep sleep state. Saushupta Brahmananda asvadane. In the asvadana, in the experiencing of the Brahmananda available in the Sushupti, in that Ananda bhojane. Mukham. For your bhojana, what is mukha? Mukham means dwaram or sadhanam. Means gate. Dwaram means not just gate and sadhana. That means what is the mukha for your bhojana, day to day bhojana? Mukha only. This mukha, this mouth only. Where do you put your food? In the mouth. So like this, what is the sadhana? So, they say, there was one guy called Kabandha. You know that? Ramayana you get it. Ramayana there is a character called Kabandha. Do you know where he had the mouth? On the stomach itself. No problem. He need not everything he can dump here only. Yes, sir. Fellow has long arms. He will catch anyone and then not put. In fact, he had caught Rama and Lakshmana also. But fellow was chopped off afterwards. Anyway, so what does it mean, Kabandha? Means this is not there. Head is not there. All that is there only stomach only. Only eating alone is the main goal of life. In fact, majority nowadays are Kabandhas only. Because what is the goal of life? Earn. Even the fellow is 75, he will even long back retired, but some job he will find out and then what? Earn. As if his human embodiment, the purpose of human embodiment is only to earn and eat and enjoy. Is it better than Kabandha? So, anyway, that's okay. Kabandha, that guy had the mouth in the stomach, no head. That also. No head. You may say, maybe mouth was here, but the head was here. No head at all. All that was there only stomach and the mouth. So like that. No. Now here says, Mukham means sadhanam. Sadhanam, the means. The dwara also you can take. Dwara, the gate means the means. So, that Ananda Bhojane Mukham Sadhanam. What was that? What is that? Ajnana Bimbita Chit Syat. The Chit, Chaitanya, Bimbita, Pratibimbita, Kutra, Ajnane. Ajnane means Ajnana Vrittau. The Chaitanya reflected in the Ajnana Vrittis means the Chidabhasa available in the Ajnana Vritti, because of which you experience the Brahmananda in the these three states. So that means like this. Ajnana Bimbita Chityat means Ajnana Vrittau Pratibimbitam Chaitanyam eva Mukham Bhavet Sadhanam Bhavet. That Chaitanya which is reflected in the Ajnana Vritti alone is the means for the Jiva to experience the Brahmananda in the deep sleep state with the exclusive upadhi of Anandamaya Kosha. This should resolve many of your doubts and reservations. In the beginning, when the author said, see, in the sleep there is Brahmanda, everybody was dancing. Aha, we can catch what is Brahmanda. But then somebody said, look, finally what is coming is Anandamaya Kosha only. My dear sir, without vrittis or this, how are you going to experience? Even that Brahmananda of deep sleep state, that is, has to be experienced with the help of the vrittis of Anandamaya Kosha. But what he wants to emphasize is, these vrittis will not be able to experience of their own accord. Why? They are inert in nature. These vrittis are capable, Ajnana vrittis are capable of experiencing only because of Chidabhasa available in that. And what is the Chidabhasa? Has the Chidabhasa any Abhasa? Is it different from the Bimba, the original? The sun reflected in the bucket of water. Is it different from? Has it got that reflection? Has it got any different existence apart from the sun? No. The Chidabhasa available in the Ajnana Vritti has no existence apart from the Chaitanya. Means without the Chaitanya, experience of Brahmananda in the deep sleep state is just next to impossible. Therefore, Cheto Mukhaha. This with that, the one the Atma is in the deep sleep state is available as a Cheto Mukhaha, means as the means of experiencing the Brahmananda in terms of Chidabhasa available in the Ajnana Vritti. Now, just by the by, this Chetomukha word, how Bhashyakara explains it. This is from Mandukya Upanishad. Bhashyakara explains like this. He says, Swapnadi Pratibodha Chetaha Prati Dvara Bhutatvat Chetomukha. What is it? Swapnadi Pratibodha Chetaha Prati Dvari Bhut, not Dvara, Dvari Bhutatva. Because this Chaitanya, or no, this Sushupti state or Pradnyaha, the one who is the deep sleeper, the Pradnyaha, is in the form of Dvara, the gate, the means with respect to knowledge that one gains in the waking and the dream. That is, you see what it is? Swapnadi Pratibodha Chetaha Prati Dvari Bhutatva. In as much as or to get the waking state experiences and the dream state experiences, one should necessarily go through the state of deep sleep state. Can anyone be all the time waking and dreaming? Can one dream like that or be in a waking condition? No. He has to pass through the state of pradnya. Then, okay, why do you say so? You say, can't you say this way? The deep sleep state and the dream state have to pass through waking state. Why not? Any two you can take. No, because Prajna is the Karana, the cause for the other sthana dvaya, the Sushupti, no, not Sushupti, the Jagara and the Swapna. So it is the Karana cause. So therefore he says, so this, that means this Cheto Mukhaha means the one who is the Sushupta Dvara, that is the deep sleep state, where Prajna is there, is like the gate, doorway, as it were, for Swapna and Jagrita. Or Bhashyakara gives other meaning also. He says, Chetaha means Bodha Lakshanam Chaitanyam Antaryami. Chetaha means Bodha Lakshanam Chaitanyam, means Chaitanya that is Antaryami. That is what is called Chetaha. Other meaning is it. That Chetaha Chaitanya is Mukham means Dwaram. For whom? Asya Prajnasya. For this Prajna, the deep sleeper, this is the Mukha Dwara for what? To go into the waking state and the dream state. The Prajna goes to the waking state and dream state through this Mukha of Chaitanya, the Antaryami, Chaitanya Sarupa, the very knowledge principle. Other words, what he means is, for all the three states of consciousness, what is the Mukha, the Dwara? Chaitanya. Can anyone experience the waking state, dream state and deep sleep state without Chaitanya? Your Upadhi may be intact. Ajnana vrittis may be present in the deep sleep state. The Manomaya Vijnanamaya vrittis may be present in the other two states. Yet, without the Chaitanya, no experience is possible. Therefore, Cheto Mukhaha, Sadhanam, Varaha, for what? For all the experiences this Jiva undergoes. That way also can be taken. Okay. This is the explanation of. Here what he says is, the author takes because the purpose of author is to show the experience of deep sleep state. Therefore he confines only to that only, as the Ananda Bhojane Mukham Ajnana Bimbita Chityat. Okay. This means what was told as the Jiva with the exclusive upadhi of Anandamaya Kosha experiences the Brahmananda in the deep sleep state. This is also in accordance with the Shruti. Shruti Pramana is given. Therefore, the one nobody can contend it. Oh, there is no Pramana. This may be your brainwave. You can't say. Now the question comes. Well, this Jiva in the deep sleep state experiences Brahmananda. If he experiences Brahmananda, would there be anyone who would like to get away from Brahmananda? Not just get away and land where? In sorrow. Look here. This guy, when he gives up Brahmananda, does he get Brahmananda? Or and super comparative or more Brahmananda or most Brahmananda, something higher than Brahmananda? If that is the case, okay, that's fine. He gives up the Brahmananda and takes to higher Ananda. Understandable. But where does he come? Waking or dream means he goes to dukkha only and not anything. Is it ever possible? One who is in the Ananda, and now this what Brahmananda is what? Limitless Ananda. If that experience is there, can he ever give up that Brahmananda and land in sorrow of Jagarana and Swapna? What is the answer? One should not. But still this guy does. You know why? The fellow is forced. By what? By his own deeds. Karma phalas are awaiting. The karma phalas throw him out in the waking or in the dream. We don't know which exactly. So that is not so. That is so. Then why does he means come out of this Brahmanda? Unasked, not unasked, without efforts. He had got the Brahmananda. He should continue to be there. Why come in the sorrowful state of waking and the dream? He says, because of karma phalas, the fellow comes out means thrown out as it were. He is helpless. He can't do anything there. That is what is told. Atha karmana bhuktam brahma sukham tyaktva bahihi yati. Atha means thereafter means after having experienced the Brahmanda in the deep state, thereafter karmana, because of the karmas, because of the karma phalas. What karma phalas? His own papa punya karma phalas, which have been brought, have gathered momentum now in terms of prarabdha karma. So, in terms of the prarabdha karma containing papa punya, so karmana means prompted by, motivated by this karma phalas. Bhuktam brahma sukham tyaktva, having given up, abandoned the brahma sukha, brahmananda which he had enjoyed, bhuktam which he had experienced. So bhuktam anubhutam which is experienced. Bhuktam brahma sukham tyaktva bahihi yati. He goes out. Bahi means jagaranadikam. Jagaranadikam means waking state or dream state. He goes. Means he gets exiled from the deep state where he was experiencing the Brahmananda. The question is, how do you know like this? It is on account of karma phalas that he comes out from this deep state where he was enjoying the Brahmananda. He says, Shruti is there to this effect. Kaivalya Shruti. Tikakara. Etat kutaha avagamyate ityasha. Etat means this fact. What is that? The jiva who was experiencing the Brahmanda deep state comes out in the waking etc. on account of his own prarabdha karma phalas. How, from where is it known? It is based on Kaivalya Shruti. Punascha janmantara karma yogat sa kalam vichitram. Kaivalya Shruti. This jiva punascha, again, means after experiencing the deep state experience of Brahmanda, janmantara karma yoga, because of karma yoga. This karma yoga, not jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, karma yoga. Karma sambandhat. Karma yoga means karma. Karma again means karma phala. Karma phala. Papa punya phala, karma phala sambandhat, because of connection of the other. Oh, karma yoga because of that. Then better don't take to karma yoga at all. Then you can what? You can all the times be in Brahmanda. Not that karma yoga. Therefore, karma, that is papa punya karma phala yogat sambandhat. Where did you do that? Janmantara, anyat janmani kritam. What he has done in the earlier lives, past lives, maybe in this life also. Yoga, saha eva jivaha. That very same jiva who was in the Sushupti experiencing the Brahmanda, very same jiva, swapiti prabuddhaha. Prabuddhaha wakes up. Swapiti, not sleep, dreams. Okay, Swapna also is, Swapa also means dream. So he dreams or he is awake, waking, he comes to the waking. So it continues like this. Puratraye kridati yashcha jivaha. Like this, the same Shruti continues, not in Nirtika. Yashcha jivaha puratraye kridati. One who sports in three loka, that is pura, cities. What are those? The waking, dream and the deep state. One and the same entity who sports in these three states of consciousness which are called as pura, the cities. So, and do you know who is the jiva? He is not an ordinary guy. Tatastu jatam sakalam vichitram. Tataha, from that jiva means whose real nature is Atma, from that sakalam vichitram jatam, entire variegated manifold creation has sprung forth. This identity of jiva with the Atma Brahma is given. From this very jiva, from the samsari jiva it can't come. His real nature is Atma the Brahma. From that sakalam vichitram, the entire variegated jagat is what jatam is born. So this is how the Atma sports in these three cities, as it were, means these three states of consciousness. And from that this is, he gets exiled because of his own karma phala. So therefore, you don't entertain any doubt into this. That answer is given by the author. कर्म जन्ता जन्मांतरे भूयत योगाद बुद्ध्यत कर्म जन्मांतरे भूयत तद्योगाद बुध्यते पुनः इति कैवल्य शाखायां कर्मजो बोध ईरितः जन्मांतरे अभूत यत यत कर्म जन्मांतरे अभूत yat, then take the first word karma, then tad yogad punaha buddhyate, tad yogad punaha buddhyate iti kaivalya shakhayam bodhaha karmajaha iritaha, bodhaha karmajaha iritaha. जन्मांतरे अभूत yat karma, whatever that was karma, whatever karma means here is dharma lakshanam, papa punya lakshanam. That karma phalas which is characterized by papa and punya. So whatever karma was abhut was there, tad yoga means tat sambandhat, because of connection with those karma phalas. Means in short, whatever the karma phalas he had earned in the previous life on account of his connection with those karma phalas. What is the connection with those karma phalas? One who is the doer should necessarily answer the action. He is responsible for the results of action. So, identifying with the embodiment, he did the karma, so he is answerable, that jiva is answerable for the karma phala. No? The tiller of the land should reap the harvest. Communist principle, like that. Perfect communism. The one who does, he should get the result, whether good or bad. Problem comes when we do, we don't understand. When the results come, ayyo, my karma. Because the laws are not. Swamiji, I don't bother. I don't admit these laws. You may or you may not admit. Who cares for that? Law is a law whether one accepts or not. Suppose you are the citizen of this country and you say, I don't accept these laws. Let us say a peasant committed a crime and he is dragged to the court. And he says, I am an illiterate person, I don't know the laws of the country, therefore I cannot be punished. Good argument. Will it be accepted? Whether you know, first thing, are you the citizen of the country? If yes, whether you are illiterate or literate, you are supposed to know the laws of the country. And you are supposed to abide by the laws. Therefore, it is to your advantage that you know and strictly adhere to the law. Like that, karma phalas, etc., only because I don't accept is not the argument at all. Are you a living being? Are you a living being or not? Anybody have so much of time? You have to think over it. Should I give you time to do homework and give answer tomorrow? If you are a living being in this creation, okay, in the cosmos, need not be on the earth, in this entire cosmos, if you are a living being, you are subject to these laws. No, no. In our theologies, karmas are not spoken. That may be there. You may say in India only they talk of karma. In some other religion they may not be speaking, etc. No argument. They are there. Maybe they are not told that. But they are there. It is to our advantage to know, and then what? Safeguard our interest. That's all. Safeguard our interest. Therefore, any out of past karma, whether joyous, sorrowful, calamitous. But generally what do you do? You, I am suffering because of what? Because of that person or that thing, etc. Remember, when you point out, you accuse someone, pointing out someone as the cause, there are three fingers pointing out at whom? You are the cause. Even for the calamitous thing one may get subjected to, for which obviously there is no cause at all. I have not done anything. I have not harmed anything. It happened. It is like that. See, I am a pious person. I have not hurt anyone, etc. Why should I suffer? If I just review my life, I don't find any cause whatsoever. And why such a thing, calamitous thing should happen? Maybe not this life, past life. Because these karma phalas that means they karmas don't fructify just like that. At times they do, but very rarely. They take their own fructification period. Like, in a garden you sow different types of seeds. Not that all the seeds will sprout simultaneously. Suppose a coconut is planted there. Coconuts planted. You know how much time it will take for sprouting? Not less than 6 months. You should have patience. You should know it. 6 months, almost 6 months it will take for sprouting. So like that, maybe in some life, that is some past life, I have done this particular thing. Result as Jahana Karmano Gati. Otherwise also, even this way also, practically, we don't know. But have that much of Shraddha in the Shastra. Without karma, so karma phala is not, cannot come. So even if such things come, let us know for certain the fact. We are repaying the debt. Some debt was there. Yes, I have to repay it. And we should feel happy about it. Why? That much burden is gone. I have repaid. Therefore, it is no use in accusing or even my destiny. That is not that. It's not a fatalistic thing, sir. You know what is the fact. The law is the law. Janmantare abhut, whatever the karma phala, dharma lakshana, papa punya lakshana was there in the which was earned in the earlier lives, means purvasmin janmani abhut was there. Yes, whatever that was there. Tad yoga, tad sambandha, because of the sambandha, connection to that. Punaha buddhyate. He again wakes up from where? From the deep sleep. Means sushuptim jahati. Buddhyate. He wakes up means he gives up the sushupti. And what type of sushupti it was? Not ordinary. Wherein he was experiencing Brahmananda. Brahma Sukha he was experiencing. That he gives up. Where it is said so. Iti. So. Kaivalya Shakhayam. Means in the Kaivalya Upanishad. Bodhaha. This giving up of sleep or this waking up from the deep state. Karmajaha iritaha asti. Iritaha is told. It is told there. As what? Karmajaha. Karmajaha, born of karma. Karmana jataha. So karmajaha. Born of karma. Means on account of karma, one wakes up from the deep state, though the individual is experiencing nothing but Brahmananda in the deep state. So that he is helpless. He can't do anything. He just gets thrown out in the waking or the dream. Okay. Now, in the dreams, the deep sleep, not dream, in the deep sleep, Brahmananda was experienced. To this effect, one linga, one indication is given. See, from all different angles, he points out Brahmananda was experienced. In the deep state, Brahmananda was verily experienced. To that effect, a linga, a sign, a character, means a lakshana is given. What is that? Is